All right, back for round um, one on the draw with a decent hand, especially if my opponent's playing some sort of red deck. I just have to check something. What are the... Okay. Because I don't have the same keybinds with this computer and with the other one. And things actually changed. So now you can't really use F6 as you would use it, as you could use it before. I don't think there's any reason to win Zendikon now, by the way. But yeah, I think Keybind just changed a couple weeks ago. Or is it me? I don't know. Maybe they are playing Arid Mesa just to splash for stuff, but no. They do have some red, so that's kind of cool. So now, how do I know which mountain doesn't have... which plane doesn't have Summoning Sickness? It's the one on the bottom, right? This one, it's the one without Summoning Sickness, right? Hopefully I will not mess that up. So if this dies, we get back the island. And yeah, we miss a land drop if they can kill it, which is annoying, but if they don't, you know, this applies pressure. Not sure how good it is. My opponent can start making some kobolds. Drawing a second blue is cool for the mage. So now, do we want to drop the mage just so we can attack? Those things are red, right? So I could tap them with the mage, but is that even worth it? I don't really think so. I think I just want to run that 2/2 out. Especially since the Winzendi can put constraints on my mana, I might as well do that. And like tapping an 0/1 doesn't accomplish a whole lot of things. Maybe it's wrong, but given what I saw, and given what my opponent has been doing so far, I think it's fine. And now they will play a really big threatening red creature and I will cry. Well, I guess I have some removal left in my hand, so there is that. El Red Cap. Not good for me, but not much I can do. Okay. Well, don't think I want to detention for the red cap. I think I'll play Crystal Shard and maybe next turn I can get back my mage and play 2-tap the red cap, and it's like fine. This game is not looking very good for me. I guess they are attacking with red cap, but if they do, then I can beat down with mage unless I play a blocker, which is kinda cool. And since I'm the aggro deck, I'm happy to trade 2 damage for 2 damage. Void Mage Prodigy, that thing is a wizard. Okay. Good to know. Jumping, okay, no problem. I guess I will actually just cast this face down and leave Crystal Shard available. So I can protect my creatures from removals. Remand, okay. Okay, fair enough. So my opponent is kind of... It looks like they are playing the same deck I played last draft, some sort of blue-red control deck. Yeah, I can also kill the kobolds with my Crystal Shard, which is cool, I guess. Sure. Games are really grindy in this cube, which is interesting. Sometimes people are pulling off some really powerful things, but most of the time it's just quite grindy. And here, if they, if they pay 1 mana to save it, then they cannot produce another one, so it's, it's kind of the same thing. So they can counter something, I guess. I think I will beat down. I'm happy enough to trade with their Drake, because if we trade I can then drop a Reveliark. If they jump it's fine too. I guess I can bounce it back to my hand and recast it. Could also drop Voidmage Prodigy with mana available to counter something. So many options. So many options. I kinda wanna do the thing now, so I stop taking damage from the Murderous Redcap. I don't know. It feels fine to do that. Maybe it's not right. Maybe it's better to just play the mage. Nope. At some point I played a plains when I could have played an island, I think, and this is hurting me quite a lot now. But oh well. I'm eating a pear, by the way, if you wondered. Okay, that's annoying. I mean, I will have to use my detention sphere basically, because even if I tap it with the mage, it will still deal 1 damage each turn, which is annoying, and more if they can draw some cards somehow. Commander, okay. Yeah, okay, let's drop the D-sphere. D-sphere. Let's put Niv-Mizzet into detention. And both cards are from Ravnica, so that's good for the flavor. Just an Azarus Mage just, detaining Niv-Mizzet. And I think I will run my Corallan Commander into their Drake. If they want to counter, it's fine. If they don't counter, it's fine too. Like, sure. If they counter, then I can cast Reveliark and get it back. If they don't counter, I will build a pretty big flyer that can boost my mage because it's a merfolk. So sure. I think I'd rather keep up that available over boosting that, because you cannot level up at instant speed. Mark of Eviction. This is gonna be annoying, but I guess I can set up to, be able to counter basically. I mean, let's bounce that, right? I could also bounce my own Time Binder Mage. I think I want to leave it on the battlefield right now. Just forcing my opponent to use 1 mana, which probably doesn't matter, but I might as well do it, right? So I kind of want to leave up 4 mana to be able to use this and counter something, because I want to counter that thing. Could use, yeah, if I have 6 blue I can counter 2 things. Kinda wanna level up that thing though, so I can attack through the Drake. And if they block, I'm pretty happy to trade these, right? Since they did not attack, I guess they want to block. Hmm. This cube is really interesting. Like, it feels like during a lot of turns, whether it's now or other games I've played, you have a lot to think about because you have a lot of options. The power level is not super high, so it's kind of tough to know what to do. The only thing I know for sure is that Parallax Tide is not going to be good this game, and might just not be a good card in general. But other than that, because I'm happy trading here. The thing is, it's a wizard, which is kind of good for Prodigy. I think we'll go with the line of boosting that twice. Then they can use the Drake to counter Mage, and if I pay, then I cannot counter the red cap. But it feels like they want to block if they left that back. I don't know. So I guess I will make a Cobble to jump here. Applying some pressure with that is good though. So I guess I will get this thing back, but if I boost that, they cannot kill anything with it. So maybe now, given how they played, and given that I don't want to see that thing countered, the play is actually just to boost that twice. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure I did not play this right, but I think you should either boost for the full amount and attack. Yeah, it's kind of tough to know. Stoke the flames. It's it. Yeah. So I could bounce that back to my hand. Or I could bounce the red cap so I get rid of Mark of Eviction forever, which is pretty important because that card is just super annoying to play against. Geez, that cube is really difficult to play. I mean, this game is really interesting. I think it's really... I mean, Shard makes it even more difficult, but it's really not an easy game to play. Because if I bounce the red cap, they can kill my mage, but they can kill my mage either way, and if I do that, I get rid of Mark of Eviction forever, which is quite important. I think... yeah. Bouncing the Drake is fine, but doesn't help a whole lot. Saving that is not even that important because my plan is mostly to cast Reveliarch. And I have enough mana to cast it, you know, through the Drake. I think actually I want to make sure I get rid of Mark of Eviction. Because that card is just going to be a pain in the ass to play against. It might seem weird, but I think it might be the right play. And next turn I go down to 12, they kill my mage. Again, I don't really care about this dying because of Reveliarch. It's even kind of good if I have stuff in the grave. Now they recast that. Yeah, sure. Kill my mage. Which again is fine given the Reveliarch. And yeah, Reveliarch Crystal Shard is pretty sweet. So if they don't have a counter for the Reveliarch, a hard counter, it's gonna be really good. I think I might as well play this to play around Mana Leak, though I don't think there's Mana Leak in this cube. And this should give me enough value to win the game, I think. Again, granted it resolves. It did resolve, great. Yep, you can get a Kobold. Razorfin Hunter. I feel like I want to get back my things end of turn here. So I can start to beat down with that dude. I mean the commander. And if they have a reinvol, it's still going to be fine for me. This is value town. Nope. That's sweet. That's really sweet. What a sweet combo. I'm happy I put the shard in my deck. It's really working out fine right there. I think I'll tap their pinger. I don't really care about the red cap too much. I don't think so. Is there a mutation that I cannot cast? Okay. I think we want to boost that. Actually, let's probably cast Reveliarch first. Yeah. And if they want to counter, it's... Oh, I tap too much mana. Well, it doesn't really matter. Because I can use extra mana for the commander. So, yeah, it's fine. And now we can start beating down with that thing, right? Okay, good. It's kind of fine. Another option is just to attack with Reveliarch, but then you have a pretty bad board presence, I guess. Yeah, you can make some kobolds. I don't care. I'm flying. What an interesting game. I think my opponent has a land in hand and tried to bluff something by tapping stuff. So if I block, they can kill my Reveliarch, but then I can bounce it. But I want to attack with Reveliarch next turn. I don't really want to trade. Nah, I guess I'll take 2. It's fine with me. I mean, I'm winning this race pretty easily. They have to chump block with their Drake next turn. And again, I'm pretty sure they have 2 lands in hand, which is unfortunate for them, but you know, it is what it is. I think we'll drop that now so we can counter stuff. I can probably boost that a little bit more. And beat down with everything, right? Force them to chump block with one of their kobolds, though I don't think they really care. And now I have double counterspell in a very commanding board position, so this should be good. They just conceded, alright. Pretty sure they have 2 lands in hand, which again is kinda unlucky since it would mean 11 lands and 6 spells. That's really a bad flood, but well, shit happens. So it's blue-red control. Stoke the Flames. Maybe this is the matchup where I actually want Spell Pierce over Bone Splitter. I don't love Bone Splitter against deck that potentially have a decent amount of reinvols, like a red deck, because red, I think, is the color with the most reinvol in this cube. Shard was quite impressive. My opponent mostly played creature last game though, right? But I think the type of deck they are playing should be playing a fair amount of non-creature spells, right? I think we'll do that. Not sure if it's right, but we'll see. If I end up with that Spell Pierce dead in my hand, I will not actually be very surprised, to be honest, but I'll take the risk. Can we afford to keep that? I mean, Mage is kind of good against them. They do have a couple red creatures. Opposition is sick. Opposition Ether Mutation is kind of GG. I'm 1 land away from casting these. I think I'll keep it. It's risky. I think you can mulligan and hope for a better hand on the draw. at least, but we'll try it out. This is good. It's one of the best thing I can draw that's not a land, I think, in this pot, as you know, it's interaction with the opponent. They don't have a 2-drop. Revoker. Might as well drop that, right? I think I'm gonna name Razorfin Hunter, which is the... Okay, I'm not gonna name anything, but I'm pretty happy if they remand that, actually. Razorfin Hunter. Yeah, okay, that's the... If I'm not mistaken, which I might be because it's not cards I've played I've played with a lot, but this should be the the 2-mana pinger they played last game. Nope, thank you. So they have some other pingers, I guess. So since I countered this pinger and I named the other, Revoker might leave this as weird. But if they have 2 pinger, I might have to, and if they have 2 pinger and we go to game 3, which could be the case since I'm still kind of mana screwed here, I might have to make some change and build my deck in a way it's not too weak to pingers. But I think no matter what I do, I will end up playing a fair amount of... Yeah, okay, so they do have a bunch of pingers. Okay, so I will make things a bit differently then. That was a great top deck. Give me either Mutation, Tidebinder Mage. It's just... It is the nut top deck. Okay. They might be out of pinger. But if they get rid of my mage, then it's not gonna be good for me. Pyromancer. This is not a pinger, but it's a pretty good and pretty threatening card, right? Lumbering Falls was a good draw. I think I will Desphere the Pyromancer. It might be... I don't know how good it is, how right it is, but Pyromancer can quickly get out of hand and be annoying and generate some blockers, and I have nothing else to do, so I might as well use my mana well and just continue the beatdown, right? And my opponent has been missing a land drop, so applying pressure and getting rid of their things seems good. Am I not right? And now we can Parallax Tide. They might have remand though, or maybe they were bluffing. No, they do have remand. Because they tap some mana, and I think on turn 2 when I cast the Revoker, and I was unsure if it was a bluff or if they did have remand. Glen Archmage. Sure. So let me read that. Oh, that's crazy. That's the mana cost, not the power. That card is even better than I thought it was. It's like crazy. That's such a huge tempo swing. Like it's like putting it's a 4/4 mana war. What the hell? And now my opponent's going down to 4, facing 8 damage spread across 6 creature. That's nuts. That card is actually busted. I love it. I love it. I thought it was the power or the toughness, but mana cost is like so much better in general. Dead. Okay, that thing is dead. Either adepts. They are then on board though, because I can animate Lumbering Falls. I could also play opposition, tap this, stack for 4, but this killed them, right? Might as well kill with my board. Good. Okay, well, Ether Mutation is quite sick. I haven't kind of stumbled on land here and got too many lands game 1, but the deck performed quite well. I mean, it did what it's supposed to do, which is tempoing out people. It's funny that I name the one pinger I saw, and they played 2 different pingers that I still was able to deal with. That's kind of funny, I think, but yeah, we got there. Sweet. That's the dude who picked my Ether Adept, a blue-red control player. Okay. Well, that was sweet. Hope you enjoyed that first round. Definitely pretty sweet to play. Some plays were quite interesting. I think this cube is, the more I play with it, the more I think it's interesting and just quite amazing to some extent. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you for round 2.